Good day. No, ang ating topic ngayong araw is isa naman topiko natin ito is tungkol to sa paggawa po ng mga researches. But ang specific na topiko natin ngayong araw is isa to sa mga malaking consideration natin, no? Lalo na pag yung mga ginagawa natin is more on the litong-lito ka na, no? Kung paano ka na gumawa ng title para sa research mo. Isa kasi sa mga pinakamalaking problema minsan ng ibang mga bata, lalo na pag nandoon na sa stage na kung saan, no, they're preparing for the research work toward what they call the graduation. Yung kung bakit na ang segment natin ito will be focusing more on what they call the research present sa paggawa pala ng research natin, lalo na pagsulat lang ng mga researches na dapat gawin po natin yan sa mga respective na para natin kung saan po kayo nag-aaral. Now sa ngayon po, itong pong topiko natin is more on what they call the crafting pa lang. Ang ibig sabihin po ng crafting is that na ang ginagawa natin is more on what they call the paano ba kaya gawin yung review of related literature. Sa kalimitan kasi ang problema palagi is that na pag sinabing literature, ano bang literature dapat ang kunin natin? Yung ko bakit na yung araw no will be doing it, no? Bakit it is because na yung ginagawa natin minsan yung sa pang-araw-araw natin, not only there are a lot of informations that we can get from it or we can learn from it, yung kung bakit na dapat pagtuunan natin ng pansin. Kasi dito nga sa kahit dito sa Philippine Native Chicken, ang isa palagi sa kita namin is that na ano ba ang nandoon na problema on the part of the racers at paano po to masagot, no? Pa sa pamaraan ng paggawa ng mga karapat-dapat na mga pag-aaral, no? Para matugunan ang problema na yan. Kasi ang isa palagi is that na we could not prescribe a certain technology na hindi isa talaga dumaan, no, in a series of studies, no? Otherwise kasi pag ginawa mo ng more on what they call the opinion lang o it is because na experience mo lang, iba kasi pag nandoon yung science. That is why that at Philippine Native Chicken, no, we come up with this kind of technologies. It is because that it is also, no, paggawa po ng karampatang pag-aaral, no, para matugunan yung mga problema ng ating mga kababayang nag-aalaga ng manok. And it is through this College of Agriculture, Resources, and Environmental Sciences ng Central Philippine University, whereby yung mga estudyante natin dito, no, on the research year, no, leading to graduation, na there are a number of them that would like to participate or participated in the conduct of these studies. That is why that we are sharing this information para kahit paano po makakuha po kayo ng ideya o di kaya you can also have it be done na kung saan yung paggawa natin ng mga researches o pag-aaral, no, dapat makatulong sa industriya. Now, ang palaging sinasabi is that na ano ba talaga ang dapat gawin, no? Bakit na review of related literature? Hindi ba pwede na review of literature lang? Ang isa kasi sa tingnan natin is dito is that na para masiruin mo yung problema is that to identify talaga na may mga existing studies ba tungkol sa problema na yan. If there are existing studies on it, no, ano ba ang dapat gawin? And from that studies na yan, ano ang kanilang mga findings? Do they identify some gaps? Or baka nga walang gaps na doon because they're already an agreement. Ibig sabihin that possibly, no, in this doing of review of literature, what you are doing is that finding published studies, no, that is closely related, no, to your proposed topic. Ibig sabihin na kasi ang pinag-iiba kasi nila ng review of literature lang, if you're going to account now for the relatedness in terms of the percentage from 0 as the lowest and 100 as the highest relativity, ibig sabihin you're almost near to 80 to 100% na related yung mga topic na mga binabasa mo literature na patungkol doon sa ginagawa mong pag-aaral. Kasi ang accuracy, no, iba kasi pag if you're doing science on it, na we're looking always, no, on how accurate will be the findings. Yung kung bakit that we are not venturing into something na kung saan, no, we will starting at, except if the proposed studies that you will be conducting is somewhat novel in nature, no, kasi pag sinabi mong novel, ibig sabihin na bago talaga ang pag-aaral na yan. Yung kung bakit that the review of literature pertaining to it, no, is very limited. I will give some example on the study that we conducted na medyo kaunti lang literature is about the use of what they call the Asiatic Bitternut. Asiatic Bitternut is known to be as alternative na this kind of plant is family of the yam family, the yams. Kaya lang ito is toxin, no, toxic lang pag hindi sa maganda ang pag-prepare. But for some other indigenous people or maybe people from the mountainous area, ginagawa kasi nila ito as alternative, no, to rice. Kaya lang ang paggawa nila niyan is that na hinugasan nila, no, under the running water, no, parang sila slice doon, no, on the running water para at least yung mga toxin na possible ma-produce dyan is mawala because of the running water. So this we try to use that Asiatic Bitternut, no, as dewormer and even as phytobiotics. Ang nagiging concern na namin doon as we implement that project is that when we conducted series of literature search, no, madalang ka makakita ng mga studies pertinent on the Asiatic Bitternut. And that is what they call the novel, partly maybe novel by nature, or maybe there are a lot of studies also conducted on it, but hindi sa napublish. Yung kung bakit that in the conduct, no, or before you conduct, you drop your review of literature, dapat na tingnan natin kasi mas marami kung meron siyang mga literature, dapat pag-aralan natin yan kasi to really to come up, no, with an accurate result. Now, unlike in social sciences that yung margin of error doon, no, is even allowable even 20%, but for horticulture the margin of error that we have, lalo na pa sa experimental studies, is between 5 to 1% margin of error, no. Otherwise kasi pag yung error mo doon is sobrang taas na, umabot hanggang 20%, it depends on the kind of studies that you are conducting. Baka maulit yung study mo. That is why that in the review of literature, inahanap talaga natin is the relatedness, no, highly related studies, their findings, no, and even as what we have mentioned is even what I call the adoption of methodologies. Sa mga study kasi na mga baguhan, no, or bago na study or novel na study, the methodology kasi now parang kung bago siya, ibig sabihin there might be some error. Yung kung bakit dito at Central Philippine University, dito sa CARES, what we are doing is we're conducting what they call the bioassay. Ibig sabihin ng bioassay, no, preliminary study before the thesis will be conducted, para at least yung mga margin of error or maybe possible lapses in the methodologies can be corrected, no, bago it will be implemented. Yan kasi ang kagandahan when we're doing what they call the bioassay, para at least you can verify indeed yung i-adapt mo methodologies. Possibly the methodology that you will be using in your study is the combinations of various methodologies from what you have read on the various literature. Yan kasi ang isa sa mga kino-consider mo if you are crafting, no, your tawag dito yung proposal mo. Kasi mas maganda if you do what they call the intensive, no, review of literature. Kasi pag hindi kasi yan ma-intensive, ang problema natin baka ang makikita yung findings is not really that is applicable on your proposed study. Yung ko bakit that mas maganda if you can do what they call the intensive. But ngayon, ang katanungan is that what are really the significance of the RRL? Na pag sinabi mo kasi yung RRL na review of related literature, as I mentioned that the degree of relativeness to the topic that you have identified na dapat almost 80 to 100% if possible. If possible, if you can have 90%, the better it will be. Now, in terms of significance or what I call the importance of the RRL. First, remember always that the review of literature, that is what I call the stand-alone part of the proposed study. Kahit nag-iisa lang yan, pwede na siya na magamit because there are even some journals that used to publish reviews. So, ibig sabihin, it depends on the topic that is being prioritized in that journal or publications. So, dapat tandaan natin that the review of lit is talagang stand-alone part ng iyong proposal. Dapat yung just doon, it must be complete. Ang sa kalimitan kasi yung iba ginagawa nila is that they just enumerate the literature. Tanda natin that enumeration is different from a review. You are establishing something if you are doing what they call the review of literature. That is why that sabi natin that it is more of what they call the stand-alone because if you read the whole content of the RRL, you can come up with certain ideas and maybe identifications of gaps and the established theories behind it based on the various studies na siguro na basa po ninyo, or even what we have read or maybe published on various journal. Kasi ang kagandahan kasi ng journal kasi bago sa palagi. Unlike in the book kasi sa mga libro kasi before it was written, siguro before it will be published, siguro maybe the most recent can be in the last 5 years, but even others the last 10 years. Unlike in the journals, lalo na pag-publish niyan, and then you're using what they call the certain search engine, whereby you can shorten the period. Now, later on, we'll be discussing about how to use what they call the search engine. Aside from the standalone part the research proposal write-up, it also identified, as we mentioned, is that identified gaps that the researchers would like to engage with. Yung kasi may mga tupiko kayo na gusto na yan pag-aralan ninyo. However, yung tupiko na ba yan, is there really a problem on it? Sabihin natin, for example, internal parasites. Among internal parasites, what specific internal parasites? Pag sinabi mo roundworm, to be treated with certain kind of chemicals, baka ang gamitin mo chemical, you're using what they call the different brand or brand name, but actually, the active ingredient on it, pareho lang. They may vary in terms of the concentrations, and it is on the strategy of the manufacturer. If it is really established that the kind of chemical is talaga makakontrol yan on that kind of species of roundworm, what's the use pa na dapat yung pa natin? However, if you think na upon reading, nakita mo pala that there is really a missing part on it. So yung missing part na yan, or maybe conflicting ideas between findings of various researcher, baka yan ang pili mo magamit na maging kabahagi ng iyong gagawin na study o pag-aaral. Yan kasi ang minsan kasi you can read a lot of information, number of informations. Kaya lang as you go along on your readings, doon mo pala makita na there is what they call really a problem na pero noong una hindi po ba nakita possibly na siguro it is because na sabihin natin because na yung chemical na for example na yan chemical A was developed way back in 1970 with a number of years that the internal parasite is being exposed on it. Possibly na-develop sa ng resistance. And that is why that the recent findings as of 2021 hindi na ganun ka-epektibo. And here comes, yun naman ang possibly you can do studies on how to add on some other chemicals, or possibly increase the concentration and others. Yun kasi ang kagandahan if you're doing what they call the review of literature. Otherwise kasi pag hindi mo kasi mapasubstantiate yung topic mo, baka ang kainatnan na ginagawa mo, it is more of what they call the opinion mo na lang. On the third part is that as you go along on reviewing your literature, ang isa pa sa pwede mo magawa is that na it can serve as your POF or what they call the point of reference. Na kasi ang paggawa kasi lalo na pag sumusulat kayo yung first paragraph, napakahirap yan buuhin. Papunta dito sa first sentence pa lang or maybe as low as the first word. Yung kung bakit that if you're reviewing your literature na because ang iba kasi sabihin nila kanya prepare a research title like this one, but it depends on your advisor or teacher on that subject. But sa akin kasi dan muna na pili bang hanap-hanap ka man ng topiko mo, yung topiko na yan possible kindly substantiate na information on this topic para later on you can do some assessment, identify the gaps, and later on coming up with your proposed research problem or topic or title na para sa mapag-aaral nyo. So ibig sabihin that even because as you go along with the reviewing of literature, makikita mo kasi doon ang significance nila. Bakit na ginawa niya yung study? Ano ba ang kahalagahan noon? Or possibly the methodology na ginawa niya and that kind of study na sa tingin mo kaya adaptable din sa inyo. If not, ano kaya ang mga reason behind that? Yung kung bakit that as you process it, dapat na habang bumabasa ka, kind of have a piece of paper or maybe pen paper and then write the concept and the ideas and even part of the methodologies and kindly have it be cited kung anong title ng study na yan para at least later on if you're going to drop your introduction or maybe to drop your methodology, alam mo na kung saang literature yan o pili kaya itabi mo yan para at least mabilis mo na ma-retrieve if you will be needing it. Na yan kasi ang isa sa mga consideration natin that as we go along reading on the review of literature. And then ang isa pa doon is that na if you will be conducting your study, sa pag-conduct mo ng study mo and then you will come up with your results, there will be what they call a discussion of results. Iba kasi mayroon kasi ang chapter 4 natin will be more on the results and discussion, but there are other that it is more on the results and the observations. Iba kasi ang observations with the discussion. Pag sinabi mo kasing results, you just enumerate all the results. And then observation, ano ba observation mo as you conducted the kind of study. However, if you include what they call the discussion, ibig sabihin sa discussion, na ito yung results mo. Bakit nakaganon yung resulta na yan? You need to explain bakit nakaganon ang resulta. Yan kasi ang essence, ang ganda kasi ng discussion. And the review of literature that you have done before, magagamit mo yan as your point of reference na sige, ito yung gawin ko para at least kahit paano na magamit ko to explain na why such kind of phenomena talks place. Yung kung bakit na kahit dito sa aming ginawang pag-aaral din, yung about the beetle nut. Actually, that is what they call the established knowledge talaga na yung beetle nut is effective against internal parasite. But as we provide No, because meron mga literature kasi sumasabi pag ganito yung temperature requirement if you're going to conduct studies on internal parasites, dapat it should be not less than 30 degrees, possibly almost body temperature. So dapat na yung gawin mo, yung petri dish na lagyan mo or whatever container na lagyan mo yung tawag dito yung test animal mo or test insects mo or internal parasites, dapat i-incubate mo para makontrol mo temperature. And we found out na yung betel nut pala is that na under favorable conditions at the first stance, just a matter maybe of seconds or minutes, it tend to paralyze the internal parasites. Yung kung bakit na pinapalabas niya in the katawan, in the body of the chicken. However, for as long as the environment is favorable, the paralysis that takes place, parang temporaryo lang, unlike in the case of the garlic and betel nut, garlic and Asiatic Beterium, na talagang dinudurog yung katawan, na parang nabubulok yung katawan niya as it exposes on that kind of chemicals. Ibig sabihin that from that kind of findings that you have, you can now discuss ang mga scientific background, bakit nagkaganon yung resulta niya, ano ba ang mga reason behind why it takes place na ganyan yung result. And that is what they call the work of the researcher. And that is why that if you have studies on or what they call an intensive review of literature, kasi ang pag-review kasi ng literature is does not only end during the time when you are preparing your proposal, but it even occurs even at the time you are discussing or presenting the results. Yun kasi ang kagandahan, yung ko bakit that in a scientific more scientific way on how you're going to present it, mas maganda kasi mas maliwanagan ka if you are the one reading such kind of literature. Malinawagan ka bakit nakaganon yung resulta niya. And that is what they call part of the review of literature. And speaking on it, if we're going to summarize yung significance, tandaan natin palagi that the review of literature, that is a standalone part of either the research proposal or your write-up. And it is also through this reviewing of literature that you can identify na establish gaps. Bakit mayroong gap? Bakit may mga problema? Bakit mayroong silang disagreement? Possibly on the methods that they're doing, or possibly on the test animal that they're doing, or maybe on the test substance that they're doing, or what are possible reason behind it na makikita mo as you go along, in the reviewing of literature. And the third one, it can be your point of reference in drafting not only your chapter 2 or the review of literature, related literature, but even in the drafting of your introduction and of your chapter 3. And at the same time, the usefulness of review of RRL is that it is even applied as your point of reference on the writing or discussing of your findings. Yan kasi ang isa sa malaking consideration mo if you're doing it intensively. Medyo mahirap lang siguro sa umpisa, but as you go along, develop attitude on reading on it, siguro ma-develop lang yan sa mind natin. Kaya lang may mga consideration, and it depends on the individual if how motivated you are in doing your review of literature. Now, aside from that, the problem, the next topic is the next things that how you're going to develop your research topic. Kasi isa kasi sa mga problema palagi is that paano ba gawin ba yung research topic na yan? Kasi para sa iba kasi ang research para bang an agony for them. But there are some also individuals na yung research kasi para sa kanila is a part of the livelihood that they have, and for some they are considering research as their endeavor na kung saan it bring satisfaction to them. Yun kung bakit na para sa kanila, no, hindi ganon kahirap ang ma-develop na research topic. But for some siguro na hindi linyada yan, no, baka agoniya, no, ang dulot ng tawag dito ng such kind of activity. Yung kung bakit that tanong palagi, paano ba natin gawin yan? On the part, no, kasi kung ikaw na yung ikaw yung tawag dito yung estudyante, no, and then you are graduating, talagang kailangan mo yan graduation as your requirement for graduation. And even right now in some research station, ang palaging problema is that the number of researchers, no, talagang kulang-kulang, no? Yung kung bakit na kaya lang the development of the interest na para maging researcher minsan mahirap din inculcate sa tao, yung kung bakit that it would take time. But hoping that sa ngayon that you are on the stage one na parang kailangan mo talaga for graduation, na maybe you can reconsider some, and maybe you can learn on how to love research. Now, ang tanong ngayon is that na alam ko kasi yung isa sa mga training na tinaan ko no, way back on, I think that was 2012 when the new batches of the graduates, no, funded by the Department of Science and Technology, na kung saan conducted studies, no, on how to incorporate business and research. Actually, it is not ginagawa mo na sabihin natin na there is what they call business, doing business and research, but how you can develop technologies that have what they call commercial value. No, commercial value. Alam natin that the direction of bioresearchers kasi marami kasi, no? Maybe there are some researchers that used to develop basic knowledge na so those are what they call the basic researches, and there are also some researchers na kung saan they're using what they call the applied form of research. Applied form of research kasi yung direct application mismo on the field, kaya lang the way and how we develop it or maybe process it, na kung saan tingnan natin kung paano na magawa siya, na there will be a business on its side. So yung kung bakit na minsan sabihin natin, motivation mo lang siguro. Remember then when I still on my undergrad, siguro magandang hanap buhay ito. Yung kasi the way and how you're doing it, and later on because the love of subject that you have, no, yan kasi ang pag-aanggaan sa buhay mo if you're directly engaging in it. Now, ano ba talaga ang field na talagang gusto mo along the way? So, isa to sa consideration. Will you be doing it on the animal science? This is on the field of agriculture kasi there are a lot of field pertaining to agriculture. You have what they call the animal science, crop science, and even inland fisheries, and even the extension work, extension, education, and marketing, the part of the agribusiness, na parang ganun kasi. So ano ba talaga ang gusto mo to focus on your research, as I mentioned, na ano ba talagang gusto mo? It is animal science, crop science, or maybe both. Pareho ba minsan na sabihin natin that given the problem right now on the limitation in terms of the land, and given the experiences that we have on this pandemic, kailangan mo kasi minsan maghanap-hanap na magandang gawin. I know that the coming up, sabihin natin that will be going back on the normal, parang mahirapan tayo na sabihin na magbalik sa normal. Possibly hindi na sa normal, new normal na nga so ibig sabihin that what we have did now on the time na kung saan sa kasagsagan ng pandemic, alam ko na patuloy mabawas-bawasan din yan, but I know that it will continue to proliferate. Yung kung bakit na ginagawa natin is that na on the study that you will be conducting, pwede ba mag-identify ka dyan ng something that is unique, and if possible, isipin mo palagi, how can I make use of it? How can I make use of it? Kasi pag hindi ka motivated on doing it, na minsan karamihan kasi sa mga researchers kasi, what happened is that after the publication or maybe after the study, na bind, halos doon na lang sa shelves yan pinapasok. The applicability and field, na yan kasi ang isa sa tingnan natin. That is why that if you are going to identify the specific field that you will be engaging, tingnan natin na how you can do it. And it is not only because that we can earn income out of it, but possibly even help to elevate the situation, lalo na pong yung sa environment natin, na minsan sabihin natin pag walang ulan, walang tubig, na pag uminit naman, sobrang init naman. So that is why that yun kasi ang isa sa mga consideration natin. And another thing is that ang agriculture kasi ngayon in the Philippines, kung tingnan nyo ang profit per square meter derived in planting rice, parang lugi ka ata. Isa-isa yan sa mga consideration na nakita natin is that now why only very few engage in agriculture, because of that margin per square meter. Kaya lang parang sabihin natin minsan suntok sa buwan, but it is still the part of the research that you will be doing as part na kung saan maghanap-hanap ka ng possibly na pwede mo magamit on that sense. Yung kung bakit na minsan sabihin natin challenging kaya but still on the process of research and hoping that when these findings will come up, we'll be sharing that in this page or on this channel para at least makatulong din po sa inyo. Ang isa kasi sa kinukuha natin is that na will it be possible that we could earn possibly hundreds of pesos per square meter na in a monthly or maybe in a quarterly basis? Problema lang dyan is that how we are going to do it. How we are going to do it? Yung kung bakit that is what they call a very challenging kind of research work, but I know that sabi nila daw, basta may gusto, may paraan yan. Pag walang gusto, na maraming alibay yan. And that is why that we are doing the part of this research, particularly dito sa may CPU, College of Agriculture, Resources, Environmental Sciences. Can we do something out of it? Nandoon kasi yung problema na yan, but the question is that how cares can be of help sa ganyang problema. And even us dito sa agriculturist, ganun din. Kaya lang ang sequence kasi ang the way and how we train them, para nakapokus lang doon sa more of what I call the subsistence. Sabihin mo subsistence, may kainin ka lang araw-araw, wala na problema yan, may source ka lang na pagkain mo, okay na yan. But right now, because of the changes in the economic platform that we have because of COVID-19, we should find means on it. Yung kung bakit that if you are finding something, ano bang specific field na gusto ninyo? Na animal science, crop science, or both, or maybe inland fisheries, and others, or maybe combinations. And there are a lot of studies on it. Kaya lang, ang kailangan mo lang is that you're going to have it be merged and to have it be processed and packaged into what they call a technology. Isa kasi yan sa mga kailangan mo if you will be conducting your proposed study or you're drafting your proposed study. Ang isa kasi is that na pwede kaya na ang gawin natin will be more on what they call the development of inputs. Kasi pag sinabi mo kasi na inputs, every time kasi na mag-produce ka ng certain product, you require daily inputs. Based on some study we conducted in Saraga Farm and the farm of the Central Philippine University, ang malaking problema palagi is that the inputs and even the environment from where you are tilting your land. Pag hindi sa conducive minsan, yan talaga pag binabaha sa lagot lalo na pag yung tawag dito yung commodity mo is about to harvest, tapos mabaan, delikado na, lugi na minsan pati yung investment mo. That is why that if possible, if you can have it na ma-insured, mas maganda para at least safe. So inputs, tingnan mo ngayon yung presyo ng mga production input, fertilizer, pesticides, or maybe even organic fertilizer, ganun din umakyat yung presyo. It is because of what they call the pandemic. Yung kung bakit na yung restricted movement doon, the movement of product from one place into another, ay sa nagdulot ng problemang ito, that the supply, because of the limited supply, it tended for the product to increase in its prices or cost. Aside from that, is that are you going to involve in terms of the production? Kasi pag sabihin natin na in terms of production kasi, for example, tanim ka ng palay. Aside from palay, ano pa kayang piling mo tanim? Marami. Yung kung bakit na muna pag-isipan mo muna ano bang posible na gawin para makakome up with the target income. In the years of implementation that we have, even dito sa Central Philippine University, inculcating the entrepreneurial mind na among our younger generations, medyo it would take time. Yung kung bakit na minsan dadaan mo na lang sa research para at least kahit paano ang mga bata can be motivated, and possibly if you can have it be implemented, mas maganda pa para aside from helping the student on the conduct of their study, the student by themselves or the graduating student by themselves can also help what they call the community. Yan kasi ang pinaka-critical kasi yung sa production. You could not process. Pag any of the part of the supply chain na bumara, lahat is apektado. Yung kung bakit na dapat yung daloy dapat ng supply chain nandoon. Yung kung bakit sabi natin is that na production. If you have the inputs down to what they call the production and even to what they call the processing, storage, and even in terms of what they call the marketing. Ang processing kasi, kung tingnan natin in terms of the level of profit that you can derive in the production, it is more on what they call ang palaking slice kasi ng profit, even though that the risk is also higher, is in terms of the processing. Ang tawag kasi noon is what they call the value adding. So gusto mo ba doon mag-engage, or possibly you can have it be done na ang gawin mo naman, it will be more on what they call the storage. Kasi may mga panahon nilang kasi every year talaga yan. The law of supply and demand. Pag sinabi ng law of supply and demand kasi, pag sobrang dami ng production, correspondingly the prices of product will decrease. Yung kung bakit na dapat on the part na kung saan marami supply, dapat you must know how to process and have it be stored. Para pagdating ng panahon na akyat yung presyo niya, you can have it be sold in the market at a premium price or a good price, para na yung profit umakyat. Otherwise kasi pag palaging practices natin na lahat ng kapital natin is that na inutangan pa yan. So ibig sabihin na right after the production, dapat ibenta mo yung produkto mo. Otherwise, pag hindi mo yan ibenta, ay naku, lagot na. And that is what we call the essence of agriculture. That is why the work of research, the participation of research is very vital. And even down to what they call the marketing. Kasi noon nang hindi pa ganon ka familiar or popular ang tawag dito yung online marketing. Halos problema palagi sa how you're going to connect the producers or the farmers to the institutional buyers. So minsan pag meron ka ng series of middlemen, who earn most is the middleman, hindi ang producer. May dalawang bahagi kasi ng supply chain na nagsasuffer dyan, the producer and the consumers. Yung kung bakit that with the advent of this pandemic, the positive one, the result is that when it comes to what they call the development of what they call the online marketing. Yan ang kagandahan ng online marketing. So hoping na magpatuloy yan, make use of it, and then what they call the use of what they call a currency. So researches on that area is also mataas na talagang we need to do it para to identify really on how to further improve. Kasi sa pag-market kasi hindi naman kasi dapat you'll be dependent only on one channel, but even a series of channel na kung saan doon mo dapat ipadalo yung produkto mo, no? And that will be the part of the work of what they call the research. Sa at least yung na-identify mo na field na kung saan kayo mag-involve, ma-identify mo kung on that field kung saan bahagi ng supply chain, input, production, processing, storage, or marketing. Those are what called your consideration in the crafting of your review of literature. Para at least yung learning process mo pangkabuuan na siya, hindi lang doon na nakuha mo on the specific area, but even you have what they call the graphs of what they call the real scenario of the field that you would like to get into. Otherwise kasi pag hindi mo kasi napalawak yung kalaman mo, ay nakuragot na. Baka yung kahinatnan ng mga ginagawa mo, baka malagay sa alanganin din. And that is why that sabi natin kanina na incorporating business and research, possibly have it be done, lalo na sa part ng mga agriculturist na. And the next is what they call in terms of the identifying of what they call the research topic. Ang tanong ngayon, ano ba ang posibleng topiko? You already have identified the field that you have, animal science, crop science, or both, or even marketing, and others, na nakita mo rin doon sa specific na area, on the value chain kung saan mo gusto. Ngayon, identify mo na kung ano ang topic na talagang gusto mo based on what you have read. Ang isa sa mga considerations palagi is that na in terms of, sabi natin kanina, is ito. From that interest, what problem have you identified that need to be answered? Possibly, identify the concern that is critically needed in the next 5 to 10 years from now. Kasi yung konsepto na yan, sa isang I think that was Steve Jobs mentioned, na sabi niya, wag mo munang sagutin ang current problem kasi lilipas yan. Make some projections of what will the incoming problem in the next 5 to 10 years. Para mas earlier, you can find means on how it will be answered. Para padarating ang panahon na yan, may nakaabang na ng mga solusyon on that kind of problem. Yung kung bakit that as you go along with your implementation, sabihin natin for example, na dito sa may Iloilo City alone. Ang Iloilo City, kasi kung nakapunta kayo dito, there is what they call the past development in terms of the economic. Ano ibig sabihin? Even the income of the people living in the city also increases. Ano ang mangyayari? Possibly that because the purchasing power also is greater, ang gawin yan, they will tend to identify or to find na mga pagkain na safety sa chemical, and it will make them healthier. Diba? Wala naman siguro sa mga gusto na matay agad, lalo na pag maganda na yung kalagayan sa buhay, di ba? So yung bakit that for them, as the level of income increases, the purchasing power. Kasi nakita natin kasi in some data on the statistics, it shows that kung tingnan natin how many percent of the income are spended for expenses, or na-allot sa expenses. For those belonging in the below 30, ibig sabihin on the average, below the average level of living, halos yung kanilang expenses is that in terms of para sa pagkain, para sa income nila, tingnan mo almost mga 70%. Mas mababa yung nasa above average, kaya lang kahit mababa ang percentage niya, but if you're going to have it be multiplied, kung magkano, mataas pa rin ang equivalent niya. And usually these are the people, the above 70%, that is looking always on the possibility of looking a healthier and nutritious product. Safer in nature. Yung kung bakit that when you're conducting studies, no, try to identify this. No, otherwise kasi you're predicting, but kaya nga lang tingnan nyo ninyo kung ano ang trending, no, along the way, no, sa pamumuhay ng tao. Kasi kaya nga nakita natin during the time of the pandemic na kung saan yung pera noon parang walang value. No, kahit na mayroong pera ka, kasi kung wala ka namang piling bilhan ng pagkain, sayang yung pera. Yung kung bakit that for us in agriculture, pwede bang balikan natin yan? Because it will serve as our guide, no, in doing the researches. Na kung saan it is now looking forward in terms of the maximization of utilization of the smaller areas even in your backyard. Kasi pag may mapandemic, kasi pag wala kang mapagkukunan, you can derive directly from your own backyard. And that is why the focus of researchers should also consider this one. Otherwise kasi pag hindi mo consider, baka magiging sayang, no? And then develop a research problem, no? But if you develop a research problem, pwede bang i-define nyo muna, no, what are the area of concern, na area of concern. Ano ba talaga ang area of concern? Will it be on the organic? Will it be on the conventional? Will it be toward what they call development or production of functional foods? And many more. Bakit? Here comes that you are going to describe the problem. Kasi ang tao kasi, they are more concerned with health, and they have the capacity to purchase their product, and they are now looking for a safer, healthier, and nutritious food. And that is what they call the concept that we're describing. And then after it, you are now ready to do what they call the search of literatures related to your identified problem. Na yon ang i-consider natin. Now, in searching of literature, paano kaya natin gawin yan? No? Kasi there are a lot of platform, kasi sabi kasi literature, iba naman kasi interview. RRL by itself will tell you na dapat na yan is literature. As I've mentioned, dapat related literature. In doing it so, possibly bang consider the research findings in the last 5 to 10 years from the present time. Tandaan natin that the part of the agriculture is very dynamic field. Yung kung bakit that it keep on changing, except for the established theories or principles. But kung tingnan nyo, yung mga researches, improvement every year. Napakalaki ng improvement. Yung kung bakit na possible if you can have it, na yung literature, for example, right now is 2021, possible if you can search in the last 5 years, meaning that all literatures from 2016 to 2021 will be included in your review of literature. Ang hindi nakapasok doon, huwag mo nang ipilit ipasok, kasi hindi naman kasi pasok yan. Except if you would like to establish juries na kung saan even those in 1970s or early 1960s or 1940s or early the prehistoric, not that, except maybe some you can use what they call the prehistoric times, but if possible pa. For established juries naman kasi nandoon na yan, or principles na possibly use studies na kung saan conducted the last 5 to 10 years. If you can have it na mas maaga, the better it will be. It depends on the availability of literature. Kung marami ang literature, pwede ba the last 5 years lang? Pag medyo madalang konti, last 10 years. Pero kung wala talaga, i-flowing mo na yung idea. Para at least you can come up. Maybe it can only give you ideas as to really behind the problem that you have identified. And in doing it so, No, ang isa sa tingnan natin is that na you can use what they call the user-friendly platform or search engine. Ang isa kasi sa ginagamit dito is what they call na pinakamabilis is what they call the Google Scholar. No, ang Google Scholar kasi, no, yan kasi ang mabilis. There are some other platform din. Kaya lang may mga platform din na kailangan mo bayaran. Unlike in the Google Scholar na free for all. Except for some literatures na siguro no, pay-per-view, dapat bayaran mo yan. No? But ito kasing kagandahan ng Google. Thank you Google no, for giving us the opportunity to be exposed no, on this kind of studies na kung saan nandoon na yon sa platform nila. No? That's how what they call the improvement. Kasi in the Google platform, no, in terms of tawag dito yung pag-access mo ng information, ay naku, bilis. Either it is in a PDF form or maybe in the way and how they store the information. No? Depende kasi yan sa mga platform na pinapasukan mo. And even they do what they call the citation no? Of literature. If you're using we call the APA or the MLA or other type of citations, no, you can have it. No? May mga suggestions kasi coming from the Google. Tandaan natin that if we are borrowing ideas or concept, make sure na kung saan you do what they call the proper citation. Otherwise kasi baka ma-accusar po kayo ng plagiarism and that is punishable by law. Yung kung bakit that if you have the idea, don't copy it verbatimly pala. Have it be reconstructed based on how you understood it and have it properly cited. Maybe on the next episodes that we'll be doing what they call also the writing and how you're going to do what they call the citations and the formatting of those citations from the journal, books, conferences, and others based on the suggestions of the APA. No? Kasi yung American Psychological Association ngayon, nandun na yata yung 7th edition nila. And I don't know if what they call the 8th edition, basta yung 7th edition na ipalabas na. Ngayon, ano ba ang napaloob no, sa may tawag dito sa may Google platform? Para at least may idea kayo no, ano ba talaga ang nasa loob ng Google platform. No, sa mga hindi pa nakapasok doon, no. On the previous, no, kung makita nyo, we have cited dito yung naka-line dyan na blue underline. That is what they call the site from where you can access what they call the Google Scholar. And this platform, na siguro pa at least I can share to you na this platform sa mga hindi pa nakagamit. But to those na nakagamit, I know that mabilis nyo kasi gawin yan. Marami ang pili mo magawa dyan no, on that Google platform. So, ang isa kasi sa mga consideration natin dito in the Google platform is that na ito yung makikita po nyo. No, this is what we call the Google platform. Ang Google platform na to, no, this is what we call the Google Scholar. Dito ay nalagay ko dito yung topic about what we call the garlic essential oil. No, garlic essential oil. So automatically it will be searched. Kaya lang yung ginawa ko dito is that you have what they call this time. Na time. No, may anytime pa. So you can have what they call the custom range. No, at saka ilagay dito yung from 2011 to 2021 and then you can have it be searched. So lahat na mga literature na to na and these studies are all no, on the tawag dito sa 2011 no, so yun ang kagandahan no, 2011 no, for example ang textural property activity of isang garlic essential oil or allium sativum grown in North Indian Plains no. So na-publish ito na ni Lawrence et al. Sa Asian Pacific Journal of Tropical 2011. Ito ring website nila. And then ang dito kasi dapat na ma-cite ma-cite nyo kasi yung literature na yan kasi it is also recorded for them no. Kailangan din kasi nila ni dyan. And you can also click on this one no, for all the related literatures. So ibig sabihin pag ang problema mo minsan sabihin natin parang hindi ko yata makita na mga literature niya, ito yung basihan mo. You can have it dito na kung saan malagay mo dito yung tawag dito yung maklik mo to, and automatically no, it will reflect dito ang mga studies na kung saan all related to garlic essential oil. Ang mga studies na to na parang ganito, that is in a PDF form, no, pwede po ninyo ma-download yan, or maybe you can click directly no, on this link na para makapasok dyan mismo sa loob. When you're doing this one, no, please na be creative enough and pasukan nyo. Wag kayong kasi as you go along on doing this one, na alam ko naman na mas mabilis nyo maintindihan if you're going to have it be implemented. Iba kasi pag ginagawa mo na yung pag-search dyan kasi maka-experience ka, and then you can make some modification based on your requirement. No, yan ang Google Scholar. So hoping that in the drafting or crafting of your review literature, no, sana mapuntahan nyo yan at saka magamit ang mga information no, on that side. Now, in terms of what they call as you have done na kung saan nakapasok ka na doon, as I've mentioned kanina is that na you can download no literatures, no, published article. No, kasi may mga article kasi na naka-PDF version as what you have seen kanina, notice in the PDF version. Pero mayroon kasi na mga version naman na it is a pay for bio journal. Ibig sabihin, no, kailangan talagang bayaran mo yan. No, you can contact the publisher or possibly you can contact the corresponding author. No, kasi sa mga tawag dito sa mga study kasi pag nakapublish kasi yan, may nakalagay kasi na corresponding author. Ibig sabihin, siya lang ang pwede mo masulatan through email, no, o makontak no, tungkol about if you want clarification about their studies. Kasi mayroon kasi na mga minsan pag hindi mo naintindihan, you can contact the researcher para at least he or she could answer no, the concerns that you have, no, lalo na pag may mga problema kayo pertinent to it. And then make sure that indeed after downloading, no, if possible, download all the possible materials and have it be cascaded or have it be stored or archived, no, a certain part, no, and with the proper title para mas mabilis ninyo na ma-access if you kailangan po ninyo. Kasi may mga publication kasi na may mga limitation kasi. Pag sinabi mo limitation, it will only be free at a certain time. Baka sa sunod na pabalik mo, hindi mo na ma-access because it is now already on a pay-per-view. Yung kung bakit na dapat na pag nakita mo yung information, basta pasok sa mga topic mo, please have it be downloaded. And then make sure that the proper citation no, should be done kasi kailangan mo kasi yan no, ang citation. Remember that give credit to those who need to those na talaga sa kanila dapat ang credit. Tandaan natin that one of the malakihan na problema mo is once you copy the ideas. No, you can borrow the ideas, but it should be properly cited. Lalo na sa ngayon na there are a lot of application of softwares mabilis nila ma-detect if it is a tawag dito a published one. No, except sa hindi na publish, naka-publish yan na talaga naka-copyright yan and it is being protected by the law. Yung ko bakit that if you borrow the ideas, no, kindly properly cited and properly, possibly, no, do not copy it verbatimly. Have it be rewritten based on how you understood it, no, para at least magiging safety ka sa mga ginagawa mo. Otherwise, pag ipinilit mo na kopyahin verbatimly, na you will be responsible to paste that on the court. Now, assessing and evaluating the literatures. Kasi nag-download ka na ng mga literatures, sobrang dami ng literatures na download mo. Ang tanong ngayon, is it really necessary or is it really na pasok doon sa topiko mo? Yung kung bakit na dapat meron ka assessment and evaluation, ipasok yan kung hindi. Ibig sabihin, pag hindi pasok yan, huwag mong pilit. Baka maybe kasi mas maganda kasi pag pasok na pasok kasi para at least hindi ka mahirapan na gamit later on if you're going to be cited, no, lalo na pag nasa discussion na kayo ng results ninyo. And then, no, as you do it, segregate mo na. Tingnan mo, ito is pasok sa topic ko, ito hindi, na segregate mo na. Alisin mo na yung hindi at saka yung pasok. Lagay mo na. Segregation na yan. And then, pakibasa ng literature na yan. So, pag sinabi natin yung pakibasa is that na ang identified theories na is really a conflicting theories behind that. Na pag may conflicting theories yan, kasi on the methodology, conflicting on the findings, theories, and even molecular methodologies. Kasi sa mga findings kasi palabas mo yan, meron kasi dyan na they're in agreement with each other. No, they're in agreement with each other. May iba naman na hindi nag-agree yan. Yung kung bakit nagiging malaking problema mo yan pag hindi sila in agreement. So, dapat na pag naka-disagree kasi naman kasi hanapan mo bakit sila naka-disagreement. Ano ba ang mga nasa likod niyan? Pag na-identify mo na, bitbidan, at saka yan ang dapat gawin mo. And down, you are now on the part na kung saan, no, tingnan mo, paano ba ito makatulong ang study na to sa pinapropose ko ang study. Pag hindi, nasegregate mo naman kasi ganyan kung bakit na you have done what they call the evaluation assessment para talaga na makatulong siya, no, kung how it can be helped, no, kayo na bahala mag-judge dyan. And then you are now prepared, ready to prepare for drafting the research problems and coming up with what they call the research title. Kaya lang, if you're going to organize the idea, this is still under crafting. Consider the following. First, make sure to what they call to the summary of findings that are either in agreement or in disagreement. If they are in disagreement, evaluate the methodologies that they are adopted in the studies. Kasi ang sa tingnan mo, baka they're in disagreement because of the methodology that they are adopting. Yung kung bakit na dapat i-consider mo yan. Pag medyo inconflicting, note down it. And then organize the ideas or the topics according to importance, gaano ba sa ka-importante. And then the established theories out of it. And then the conflicting findings I've mentioned, and then the last part is the identified gaps. Na yun, dapat pagtunan mo ng pansin bakit na kailangan mo na mag-conduct nitong study. So this is all about the crafting of your what they call that review of literature. And the next segment naman or next episode will be doing what they call the in terms of writing your review of literature. Again, magandang araw, keep safe, and God bless sa inyong lahat.